You wanted the Logitech X Pro Superlight for your birthday, but your parents looked at the price tag, looked at today's economy, and had to find a compromise. Well, this doesn't have an 8K sensor as the Pro Superlight, but I think Eweadn can be a really good budget alternative that you won't regret. These are the Eweadn X23. This is an SE edition and this is the Pro edition, but they also have a Max, which I'm a little sad I didn't get my hands on. Eweadn, gotta hook me up next time. But let's focus on these for now, as the look, ergonomics, and feel are gonna be identical regardless. Each model comes in specific colors, but they really wanted me to send the pink, which I couldn't say no. Regardless of how you feel, they did a great job with the color here. They're essentially identical with a few key differences, which we'll get into a little bit later. But they both have a very nice color and this kind of rough, grippy texture, which gives it an overall fantastic feel. They call it their nano ice skin coating. All the grip buttons and scroll wheel all feel heavy duty and well made. And the skates on these are great also. Give a decent balance between smooth but not too smooth. So if you're thinking, is this a cheap knockoff? You would be mistaken. But then we are gonna get into specs, you're gonna see where things get a little more obvious. These mice come in 4 different levels, but they all come with 1000 Hertz wired and wireless. Sorry, no 8K sensor here. The X23 SE at $30 comes with an instant S205 sensor, a Freck chip FR20212 microcontroller, Huano rated at 20 million clicks, FS switch for the scroll wheel, 500 mAh battery rated at about 70 hours of battery life. And this is where things start to blend together a little bit. The X23 standard starts at $32 and X23 Pro at $35. Both get the PA 3311 sensor. The X23 standard gets the PAN 1080 microcontroller and the Pro gets the BK3633. The Huano switches in the standard are rated at 50 million clicks and the Pro is rated at 100 million clicks. The standard gets the same battery of the SE and the Pro gets the 800 mAh battery at 150 hours. Now the Max model at $40 where things get a little nicer. With the PA 3395 sensor, CX52850 microcontroller, Kale at GM 8.0 rated at 80 million clicks, and the same 800 mAh battery as the Pro. Man, that was a mouthful. I like how these are my conducting ones. For anyone planning to get this mouse, I do want you to keep something in mind. Polling rate will default to 500 Hertz when you get it, so make sure you go switch that to 1000 Hertz the moment you get that software installed. You can also turn some cool features on like angle snap, motion sync, and ripple control, which I've covered this in the S9 review, which I suggest you go check out. You can also pair different mice to the USB dongle if you lose something. You can also do some sweet things like remapping every single button in here, including the DPI loop, change the backward button, the forward button, the middle button, right and left, of course, power down time to any time you want. You can check this box for motion wake up, which is a big thing for me because I don't like having to click the mouse to wake my mouse up. And it even shows you the health of your battery as well, which is super cool. But all of these mice, despite the different specs, all weigh 56 grams. Now I don't have the Max, but I do have my S9 Ultra, and it's the best mouse I've used to date. Back to these mice though. The Pro gets you grips, skates out of the box, where the SE doesn't come with any of the extra goodies. Regardless of the model you're getting, they're both at a decent price. Build quality, accuracy of the sensor, and so on. It's all pretty close. And the prices are so similar, I'd always just go for the Max for that extra 10 bucks. So you can get the best performing out of the bunch. But let's take this gaming, let's try some different games and test the accuracy of the sensors between the two. And we're gonna throw in the S9 Ultra because it has the PA sensor that the Max would come with. It does have an 8K sensor on it, so it might be a little bit better, but we're still gonna compare the two. Okay, first we're starting with this. This is the S9 Ultra. It has an 8K sensor. We're gonna see how accurate this is with Halo Infinite. It feels smooth, feels responsive. I mean, I cannot tell of any like inaccuracy or jitter going on. I'm not the best shot because it's been a while since I played this game, but this feels extremely accurate. I feel like it's going exactly where my mind is telling it's gonna go, even if I'm missing my shots. So this is pretty solid. Now let's move on to this one. This is the S23 SE. And it has a 1K sensor that's a little bit lower, but we're gonna see if this is any better. This is honestly just as good. This feels great in the hand. I actually really like the style more as far as ergonomics go. It feels more like it fits my hand better. And I don't feel any like weird jitter. The 8K versus 1K sensor doesn't seem that much of a difference to me. It just goes to show that your tool is only as good as the person using it. All right, now we're on to the X23 Pro. And we're gonna start with this same slow DPI first. And honestly, this feels exactly the same, maybe a little bit smoother than the 23 SE, but not by enough to notice unless you're really paying attention. Feels good in the hands. I love the way this feels. I love the grippy texture that they have on here. It just feels really good to hold. Again, I don't feel any weirdness. It feels smooth. I don't see any stutters. I don't see any inaccuracies. It just feels great and very quick. So whether you're going a 1K sensor or 8K sensor, I don't think there's much of a difference. It's just one that's gonna give you the best possible latency when it comes to being competitive, and one's gonna just be the standard across the board. I also really enjoy what Eweadn is doing here, providing a super affordable mice with high quality feel. I think their entire lineup here is a steal for the prices. If you'd like to check out these mice, the X23 Pro, Standard, even the Max, all the links will be in the description down below. And if your parents are watching this video, listen guys, I know how it is out there. Kids won't know the difference between the high end and the low end, so just grab one of these, it'll make your life easier.